The Reds took game 1 against the Yankees on Monday. Game 2, not just as big of a game, it's because of this man right here, Chase Burns, the number 2 pick in the draft in 2024, the number 1 prospect in all of baseball right now, coming out of Wake Forest University, stud pitcher, 102 miles per hour on the fastball. He takes his first start on the mound, and he does it against the Pinstripes. Let's go out to Great American Ballpark to see how the young stud did. What a bounce-back game for the Patriots. Again, we've been saying it all week. They were off last week after their first loss to Oak Hill in quite some time, 27-26. The questions were all day. We were out there at Independence. We talked to Coach Lilly. I asked him, how does he expect his team to bounce back? And he says that he thinks this is a good team, and they're going to bounce back with poise and energy. And boy, did they do that. As our game of the week ends with Independence 63 and Shady Spring 12. Now, we go on to the NBA Finals, where the Pacers, the Indiana Pacers, up 3-1 on the New York Knicks. The game goes back to New York, Madison Square Garden, where the Pacers can close it out and meet their opponent, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Or do the Knicks have something to say about it? Is this series not over yet? Let's go out to New York to see how this one went. And early on, it was all New York and Jalen Brunson. Bully ball there as he puts his shoulder down into Neesmith, drives up over Miles Turner, and lays it in for the and one the hard way. People ask me, why do you love sports? And I always say, I love sports because it brings us together. It connects us as a community. See, I love sports because it's unpredictable. One year you can win 5 games, and the very next year you can be in the playoffs. The lights are out on the regular season of high school football, yet Oak Hill is still standing. I'm gonna give you 2 dates. 2013, the last time Oak Hill won 8 games in a regular season, and 1939, the last time Oak Hill beat Woodrow Wilson and Bluefield in the same season. 1939, Coach, that's a long time.
That's a long time ago.
Now let's get to the decision, which we were talking a little bit earlier. I know that's got to be hard for you. You have all these schools, offers from basically every school out there. You narrowed it down to your top 5. Why was Kentucky the choice, and how hard of a decision was this? It's a big night for you guys. Second round of the playoffs. Number 5 Wahama coming into town. You guys are undefeated on the season so far. I've always been curious about this with head coaches. When it comes to the playoffs, do you coach different, or do you try and just keep it the same as what you've been doing all regular season? We'll get into the game tonight in a minute. I want to first talk about the game last week. Very big win against Riverside. It was a thriller, came down to the end, but we were talking off air about how you have a very young team, one of the youngest teams in this conference. What does it mean to you as a coach to see a young team like that gut out a win on the last drive like that? 2 years ago, you were hired as the head coach of Oak Hill.
Yes, sir.
In your first year, with absolutely no one expecting it, you took them to the playoffs. Now it's your second year, and you said after that year, you want to now get a home playoff game. Well, second year came, you went 9-1, and you have a home playoff game for the first time since 2000.
Yes,
How have you been able to put this team in this position so quickly? All right, welcome back. We are here live at the State Fair, and a very special guest here, Governor Patrick Morrisey. Governor, thank you so much for joining us. A couple questions here. We're first going to start out with the Mountaineer Mile and why that was so important to you, and how did that go today? Now, I was talking to you a little bit. Obviously, you said you're not a novice with the fair. You've been here for a long time. So if you had to be entered into an eating competition and just the food involved at the fair, which food are you picking that you think you could win? Yeah, Tiger, I can tell you that out here for the sheriff's race, I went and talked to a couple people that are about to go in and vote just to get a feel and understanding on how it was going to be tonight. And I got a lot of words of optimistic, excited, and hoping for change. And I think that word change is key when it comes to this sheriff's race, because this is one race where we know there will definitely be change, as the current sheriff of Fayette County, Mike Fridley, is retiring. He will not be running again. So it comes to the 2 candidates that we have in Jess McMullen and Chuck Miller, and they're 2 candidates with a ton of experience, just with completely different categories. When it comes to Jess McMullen, he has about as much experience as you can ask for in the law enforcement industry, as he has served for 21 years as sheriff deputy, and he said that he wants to continue what Sheriff Ridley has done, and especially help the opioid epidemic that has really hurt here in Fayette County. Take a listen.
I can't believe Oak killed us. I'm so sorry.
It's unfortunate, but I do just want to say this to everybody out there, because in life and sports and everything, when expectations come, everything changes. Like going into the season, there were no expectations for Oak Hill. So now that they're this good, it's like, oh my God, they lost. I can't wait. We just have to remember they shouldn't even been here. Like the fact that they're going to be in the playoffs is remarkable in itself. So no matter what happens from here on out, this is a success of a season. Now, we still want to see them win. We still want to see them go on. And they still can. They're really good. But no matter what, they have out-exceeded all the expectations. The Greenbrier East in town, coming off the big win at Shady. Can they come into Oak Hill on homecoming night and get another one, or will the Red Devils continue to climb the rankings as playoff time gets closer? Oak Hill's offense gets going. Richardson hands it off to Moritz, and Moritz finds himself deep inside Spartan territory with a big gain. Richardson and Moritz in the backfield. They look back at the sideline, check the play, got it right. Richardson, Moritz turns on the Jets, finds the hole, and goodbye, touchdown Moritz. The Red Devils strike first. It was a good time for the Steelers to get this done. And now there's still a lot of questions around the Pittsburgh Steelers organization in terms of this season. Is Aaron Rodgers going to be good? Is he going to be better than he was last year? How's he going to look with this team? Is Mike Tomlin on the hot seat? Is their offense going to be any better than it was last year? And the most important question, are they going to win a playoff game finally, as it's been many years since they have? All of those questions still do not have answers, but one question is officially answered, and that is their best defensive player and maybe the best player on the entire team going to be there? That answer is yes. TJ Watt will be there for at least 3 more years. All right, welcome in, everybody. A battle between two teams trying to make the playoffs. You got the Diamondbacks and the Pirates, two teams separated by 2.5 games with only 2 spots available to get into the postseason. The Diamondbacks took game 1 on Friday. The Pirates came back and took game 2 on Saturday. So the rubber match on Sunday goes to, let's go out to Pittsburgh to find out. Pirates, things looked great. They came up, got a big lead. Paul Skeens on the mound. Usually you're winning that game. Yeah. For some reason, the Pirates manager took Skeens out in the 5th inning when they're up 4-2, and everything changed from there. That is a costly loss.
And if I saw that right, there were 2 outs when they hit that home run in the 5th inning. So did they take him out with 2 outs?
They took him out with 2 outs because they got a couple runs there. I guess they were worried about his arm because the game before he pitched 9 innings, which we were talking about that. Yep. I get it. He's young. He's got a big arm. You're worried about him. But you've got to trust him in those games. This is something the Pirates are trying to make the playoffs here. You can't pull him in that moment. Everything fell apart, and they got the loss.